Like I said, I do like Jaclyn, but I'm always going to keep it honest with you guys. If I like something, if I don't like something, these items are definitely not something. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Leslie if you don't know me. Today we're going to be talking about Jaclyn's new complexion items. I did get the tint and also the concealer, so I wanted to go ahead and talk about them today and give you my thoughts. I have been using them now for like a week or so. I didn't use it for the whole week, but I've had it now for maybe a little bit more than a week. I have used it at least 6 times. I'm gonna go ahead and give you my thoughts and what I think about these products. If you want to see what I think, then just keep watching. Okay, so we're gonna get started here. Jaclyn did launch this, which is the Skin Perfecting Blurring Tint, and she did launch 12 shades, which of course is always controversial on how many shades a brand launches, because you know you want to have enough to cover for every skin tone. What I know, tints usually are for one shade to work with different skin tones, just because it is more of a tint. From what I know, I don't know much about skin tints just because I haven't been using them for as long as other people have, of course. I actually am pretty new to the tinted moisturizer kind of face or CC creams because I don't use them that much. I'm more of a foundation girl, but lately I have been using tints. I mean, a few here, CC creams and tints, so been getting more comfortable with them, and that is what this one is. And then we have the concealers, which I believe these ones were 35 shades, and this one has a retail price of $34 and this one has a retail price of $26. I did get them from the Ulta website just because it's easier for me to pick up stuff from Ulta than it is from her actual website. Anyways, we're gonna get into it here. I did, like I say, wear it with different primers. I wore it with different moisturizers just because I wanted to see how the tint actually performed. The ones that I have been working in the past for tinted moisturizer is the QMS Active Glow Tinted Day Cream, which is really nice, and the 4-in-1 tinted moisturizer from Pure Cosmetics, and this one does have an SPF of 20, which is really nice as well. So I had those to compare this with. They're not exactly the same, but they're still like in that tinted umbrella, I guess. So first off, I want to say that I am a Jaclyn fan. I do like her, I do follow her. I have purchased other stuff from her line before, not just like the Morphe collabs, but also stuff from her actual makeup brand. So given that, I just want to say that this is my honest review. Not because I like her am I gonna like these items. Just want to put that out there before anybody comes for me in the comments section. I did take videos of these when I tried them out and when I had also a full face on, just to see if it made any difference between me having a full face and just having the tinted moisturizer on, or Skin Perfecting Blurring Tint. First time that I tried it, I did try it with just a moisturizer and I applied it with a sponge. So the moisturizer that I use is just the Milk Makeup Vegan Milk Moisturizer and just a regular old sponge, nothing out of the ordinary. So I did use that. It was okay. I could definitely see that there is a glow to this, not necessarily a big glow, which I was kind of expecting it to have more of a glow than it did, just because Jaclyn says that she has very dry skin and she's always talking about getting that moisture and that glow to her face. But anyways, I just kind of expected a little bit more of that glow. It gave me a little bit of glow, but nothing super moisturizing. The first time that I did try it, like I said, I did apply it on with a sponge. It was okay, so I gave it another chance and I kept trying it out. The next time I did try to apply with a brush, because I always use a brush for all of my face products. Usually I would use a brush with anything that I put on my face, like a tinted moisturizer or even a foundation. I do use a brush, and then this is just an It Cosmetics brush, a kabuki brush like this. It's usually what I tend to use for foundation when I apply foundation or any tinted moisturizer. Even when I apply these ones, I do go for a brush. I'm not much, like I said, of a sponge girl unless it's cream products I'm not applying to my face. But I did use a brush, and that I felt like looked the worst out of all of them when I applied it with a brush. Put some videos up here of my face, what it looked like after I applied it. But the second time again, I used just a moisturizer, and I don't believe that I used a primer for it at all. I did not use a primer, and I don't technically use a primer when I use a tinted moisturizer because I figured it's just tinted to make my skin look even is what I mostly use a tinted moisturizer for. But anyways, I did use it. I did not like it at all. At first it looked okay, then I applied the rest of my face products. It looked better, but then later on that day, to be honest with you, it just, not even later on, maybe like an hour into having it applied, it looked like it was just sitting on my face, and then it really attached to some of my drier spots that I have. I mean, it doesn't claim to be glowy, but I kind of, like I said, expected it not to be so drying. It felt like it was just sitting on my skin, and it really stayed on my dry spots, like around this area here and around my nose area, and even like around this place. When I insert the videos, you guys will see what I'm talking about. But yes, around my nose area, around my mouth area here, I did not like how it looked. Even by the end of the day, it just felt like it was falling off. I mean, they don't last that long. But even this one, the Pure, the 4-in-1, I tend to use this one for work, and at the end of the day, it's still intact. I do not have issues with it. I do not even put powder on it sometimes because my skin's already as dry. It's so dry as it is that I don't need to put powder over it. It usually is pretty good at lasting most of the day, but not looking like this one did. Only an hour or 2 hours afterwards, just looked like it was coming off of my face. Not a fan, to be honest with you guys. I probably would not purchase this item again. I did find a way for me to use it just so it doesn't go to waste. Do like using it as more of a primer type of thing. Like I said, it has that little glow, nothing super crazy. I don't feel like this is gonna make my makeup last longer, but today I did use it. I do have it on right now, but I did apply the e.l.f. CC cream over it. So I have my moisturizer like I normally would. I did prep, like I said, for more of a glowy skin today. So I did put a drop of this and then a drop of the Versali together, and then put the tinted moisturizer on. This one, put it on. I don't know why I keep calling it moisturizer. It's not really moisturizer. I don't feel like it really moisturizes my face because it just sits on top. It never sinks into the skin. I even tried with my hands, like how she said to use it. I tried with my hands to apply it. It did not work that way. I still felt like it was just sitting on top of the skin, and it was more sheer that way. It wasn't like too bad. So, but it does give me a little bit of a glow. That's the only thing that it gives. So I'm not a fan of this. Like I said, I probably wouldn't repurchase it. But I still love Jaclyn, you know, still gonna follow her. Just, I think this, whoever thought of this formula that would actually work, I don't think that it's good enough. Like, it needed more of a quality control somewhere along the line, just because it's not what I thought it was going to be. Like I said, I'm fairly new to anything tinted or CC creams or anything like that, but from what I've tried and this, I'm not a fan. So I probably wouldn't recommend it to you. Even if you have oily skin, I don't know that it would stay on your face, to be honest with you. Like I said, I felt like it didn't even like actually sink in. Like, it just sat on top of my face. You guys will see what I'm talking about in the videos here when I pop them up somewhere so you guys can see what I'm talking about. It just felt like it was breaking apart and it was sitting on like weird. I don't know. I did not like this. The concealer did not play well with the tint here. It did not play well with it when I first applied it. The way that I apply my concealer is on top of my foundation or on top of the tint. I don't apply it just on its own or before anything. I usually have like my foundation and stuff on my face or a tint on my face and then I apply it. I saw that a lot of people were trying it just without putting anything down on their face, or maybe they did put like cream or something like that. But the way that I use my concealer is always on top of my foundation or a tint or whatever that I'm using on my face for complexion. So it didn't work as well together. I think that if you apply it by itself, it's definitely more drying than if you apply it on top of the tint or on top of the foundation or whatever you're using for it. So the first time I applied this, I did, like I said, apply it underneath of the tint. It wasn't too bad, but it is drying. It dries really quickly. It doesn't emphasize my lines underneath my eye. I do put creams under there, and I do put my foundation and moisturizer and all of that on top before I put my concealer on. So that could be a reason why, because I did see a lot of people saying that it cracked underneath their eyes. For me, it didn't do that. Today I do have it on as well. I feel like it doesn't look bad. I used it like I always use it, like around my nose and around my mouth area and here. The only thing is that it does dry fast. It has that formula where if you want to put it on, it's gonna be hard for you to blend it if you leave it on for a while. Definitely keep that in mind. If you're a beginner in makeup or something, definitely wouldn't reach for something like this, just because it dries super fast and you have to be on it, like blending that out really quickly. So it's more of a dry formula. I probably will not purchase this after I finish it, just because the same thing. I already have dry skin. I want something that's gonna look nice and moisturized and glowy, and that's the kind of look that I like. But I wouldn't recommend this either. If I had to choose between purchasing one of these, I would probably go with the concealer rather than this thing. I don't feel like this is really doing anything too much for me. Like I said, it just gives me a little bit of a glow, a little bit of an even skin tone. But the thing that it's missing is for it to sink into the skin. It really doesn't. It just sits on top. So these are unfortunately a no for me. Sorry. But I do like I said, other Jaclyn items that I have tried from her brand. Her duos are one of my favorite. Her bronzer and blush duos, I really love that one. Her liquid lipsticks have a nice formula. Her highlighters have a nice formula. I have a powder that somebody asked me about a few videos back because I used it. That unfortunately is not available anymore, but I've heard that her like compact powders that she has on this little compact thing are really good. I haven't tried them myself. But yeah, these are unfortunately a no for me this time. Hopefully later on she'll come up with something that is more on the moisturizing side of things and a better formula for these. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoy this video. Like I said, I do like Jaclyn, but I'm always gonna keep it honest with you guys. If I like something, if I don't like something, these items are definitely not something that I'm gonna repurchase again. I'm gonna finish using them because I have them. I don't want to waste it. The only way, like I said, that I would use this is with a foundation or something along the tinted, like if I was to put these together, which I actually did do that because I wanted to see if that would work. I did put this one and this one together and it looked nice together, but on its own, this on its own, no. My face looks too gross. It looks like it's just sitting on there, like the makeup is breaking apart. It's not a good look. But yeah, if you guys want to know of some tinted moisturizers or tints that I would recommend, would be definitely this pure one. This one is actually really nice. It sat on my drawer for a while because, like I said, I'm not a big tint girl, but I've been getting really into them lately, and I've been using this one non-stop for work. I really like this one. So if you're looking for a nice tinted moisturizer, I definitely would go for this one. This is the Pure 4-in-1 tinted moisturizer, and it does have an SPF of 20. I love this one so much, and this one is really nice. It doesn't give me a lot of coverage, but it does give me a very nice glow, which I love. I have used this one on its own and I do like it, and it doesn't sit on the skin like the Jaclyn Hill one does or the Jaclyn Cosmetic one does. So yeah, this one is a little bit more on the pricier side. I think this one's around the same price range as the Jaclyn Cosmetics one, just to give you guys some options if you have kind of my kind of skin type. I am a dry skin sometimes combo, like in the summer skin girls. So yeah, that is what I have for you guys today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if there's some other stuff that you guys want me to review. Like I said, this is not bashing Jaclyn or anything. This is just the items did not work for me, for my skin type, unfortunately. But I have other recommendations here you guys can use that I really love. But anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Toodles!